Few stories are as compelling and volatile as Young Thug's in the dynamic world of music, where legends are formed and dreams are crushed. He ascended to the zenith of fame, shattering the rules of hip-hop with his inventive style and uncompromising sincerity, surrounded by an atmosphere of mystery. However, a dark cloud hung over his once glorious reign, casting a shadow on his sparkling ascension. This mysterious character's devastating fall unfolded, revealing a story of successes clouded by disputes, legal problems, and personal challenges. This is the Young Thug's tale. So without any further ado, let's get started. In the early 2010s, an enigmatic figure began to emerge in the heart of Atlanta's thriving music scene. An enigmatic figure who would go on to question traditions and redefine the bounds of hip-hop. Young Thug was his moniker, and he would attract audiences with his distinct style, contagious energy, and controversial demeanor. Young Thug was born Jeffrey Lamar Williams on August 16, 1991 in Atlanta, Georgia, and grew up in the Jonesboro South and Sullivan Hills communities. He has a natural knack for music from a young age, gaining inspiration from his favorites such as Lil Wayne and Gucci Mane. What distinguished Young Thug was his eagerness to explore, pushing the boundaries of his talent and creating a distinct sound that merged trap, rap, and melodic vocals. Young Thug's early mixtapes demonstrated his unique approach to music. His speech was unconventional, his words were cerebral, and his clothing choices were provocative. Audiences were quickly drawn to his innovative style, in which he boldly blurred genre lines and defied expectations. Young Thug's eagerness to embrace the unexpected and question the established quickly gained him a reputation as a boundary-pushing musician, unwilling to be restricted by traditional hip-hop rules. Young Thug's fanbase rose as his reputation grew. His contagious energy and charming stage presence made him a riveting entertainer. His colorful fashion sense transcended gender conventions and became a symbol of his uninhabited self-expression. Young Thug's look, like his music, defied classification, and his mysterious attitude just contributed to the mystery. Young Thug's artistry improved and matured with each succeeding album. His mixtapes and work with well-known musicians made him a rising star in the music business, with critics praising both. Young Thug's ability to merge trap beats, rap rhymes, and melodic vocals easily generated a unique musical environment that resonated with audiences and distinguished him from his peers. The unconventional approach. Young Thug's ascent to fame was, to say the least, unusual. He piqued the interest of industry insiders with a series of mixtapes. These projects displayed his unique delivery, abstract lyrics, and outlandish dress choices, immediately establishing him as a boundary-pushing musician. Young Thug's music defied standard hip-hop conventions. His delivery was raw and surprising, with a particular cadence that contradicted popular rap conventions. He played with his voice as an instrument, creating unusual melodies and harmonies. His lyrics, which were frequently abstract and subject to interpretation, added a mysterious quality to his craft. Young Thug's unique musical approach charmed fans and left them wanting more. Young Thug was an enigma for reasons other than his music. His taste of fashion became an important aspect of his image. Young Thug wore clothes that were risky, which was against the rules and went against what people usually thought a hip-hop artist should look like. With his bold and daring style choices, he crossed the lines between what was expected of men and women. Young Thug's attire became an extension of his artistic expression, adding to his already cryptic persona. While many admired Young Thug's unique approach, it also created criticism. Some questioned his honesty, seeing his wardrobe choices as merely attention-seeking. Young Thug, on the other hand, remained unapologetic and unwavering in his commitment to his vision. His refusal to conform to traditional manhood ideals and desire to confront cultural norms made him an inspirational figure for people wishing to break free from societal limitations. The rise to stardom. With the release of one of his critically praised mixtape, Young Thug's ascension to popularity reached new heights. The project was a very important moment in his career. It made him very famous and showed that he's one of the most creative people in hip-hop. The mixtape included popular hits, which highlighted Young Thug's distinct style and contagious enthusiasm. Collaborations were crucial in Young Thug's meteoric climb to fame. He collaborated with industry heavyweights like Travis Scott, Reg Homie Quan, and Birdman, boosting his reach and influence. Well, these collaborations not only demonstrated his flexibility as an artist, but also introduced him to new audiences, firmly establishing him as a member of the rap elite. Young Thug's popularity soared tremendously with each new release. In 2019, his first album became very popular, reaching #1 on the Billboard 200 chart. The album was a musical journey that showcased Young Thug's versatility and originality. He attracted fans with his ability to smoothly transition between numerous sounds and styles, from high-energy trap bangers to pensive romantic ballads. Another chart-topping single featuring J. Cole and Travis Scott boosted success. The song became an anthem, showing Young Thug's star power and cementing his place as a rap game trailblazer. Controversies and legal difficulties. Young Thug had some problems with the law and faced controversies, even though he was becoming more and more famous. In 2015, he got in trouble for having drugs and had to go for jail for a short time. This episode not only harmed his growing career, but also brought to light the harsh reality of fame and its effects. Young Thug's relationship with the law remained tense in the years that followed. Several instances involving firearms and other legal difficulties added to his infamous notoriety. The media coverage of these episodes simply added to the mystery surrounding his image, making him an even more intriguing figure in the music industry. While Young Thug's legal problems and scandals have received attention, they must be viewed in the context of his artistic career. His unusual approach to music and dress frequently sparked debate, with some questioning the authenticity and motivations behind his choices. Young Thug, on the other hand, prioritized his craft and self-expression above all else, and he remained strong in his mission to break boundaries and challenge the current quo. Young Thug's talent and artistic accomplishments should not be overlooked, despite the difficulties and legal challenges he experienced. His unusual style, distinct vocal delivery, and openness to experimentation have left an everlasting mark on the hip-hop industry. Young Thug's ability to persevere in the face of adversity and continue making music shows his fortitude and passion for his craft. The fall and redemption. A chain of unfortunate occurrences began to take place just as Young Thug was about to reach the zenith of his career, which ultimately resulted in his fall from glory. The once thriving artist was brought down by numerous challenges, including personal conflicts, legal conflicts, and controversy. As his music releases became more irregular, and as his public presence decreased, it appeared as though the energy and impetus that had defined his early ascension began to evaporate. The time following Young Thug's fall from grace was a difficult one for him. It was a moment that was conducive to self-improvement, contemplation, and introspection. The weight of his experiences and the ramifications of his deeds forced him to reconsider his course of action and come face to face with the monsters that were within him. During this time of introspection and growth, he unearthed the resources necessary to pull himself back up and start afresh. Young Thug had a successful comeback in a manner reminiscent of a phoenix rising from the ashes. His album, which was released in 2021, was a body of work that demonstrated his development as an artist, and it was a good example of that development. As the project progressed, he delved into personal challenges, relationship, and nonsense of fame, which revealed a fresh depth and vulnerability on his part. One of his songs was praised by reviewers not only for its musical abilities, but also for its genuineness and its direct effect on the listener's emotions. The reviewed spirit of Young Thug was not the only factor that contributed to the atonement. The popularity of the record was also a factor. He came from the shadows with the intention of regaining his previous position in the music industry. His ability to persevere and triumph through adversity was made clear by the rekindled passion and dedication he showed for his art. That's all for the video today. We will be right back with more such videos. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.